All right, everybody, excuse my loud ass wife up there making all that noise, talking on the phone. You know how women are. But so now we go do the install of the handguard. So as you see, I've already installed the barrel, and I can't really show you how to do that anyway, because that's a violation of YouTube policy. But the barrel's installed into the upper receiver. Now we go put the barrel nut on and install the handguard. So BCM does provide you the wrench to tighten up the barrel nut. It's part of the hardware. And obviously they provide the barrel nut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of my gun grease and put it on the thread here of the upper. And I'm gonna be pretty generous. These BCMs have a thermal fit. Where you have to heat up the receiver to get the barrel on, and I believe it's thermal fit for attaching the receiver or the handrail handguard to the receiver. So I'm gonna stop right there. When I cut the camera back on, you guys are going to see. Well, I'll show you what I'll do. Go put the barrel nut on, and I'm gonna hand screw it right there. So I can give y'all this much, right? So you will need a torque wrench for this part of the process. And you want to set it to 40 to 50 foot-pounds is what BCM recommends. I don't have my glasses, I can't see. Oh, foot-pounds. So we'll just go to 45 foot-pounds. We'll go in the middle. .45 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna cut the camera off, and when I cut it back on, we go see the handguard installed. All right, everybody, as promised, we have the installment of my 9.5 inch or 9-inch BCM handguard. So I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of what's on here. Obviously, I don't have my muzzle device. I'm getting a regular BCM compensator up top. The barrel is actually a Roscoe barrel Bloodline, a 10.5 inch with a 1.7 twist. The handguard, as you see, is BCM. This is 9 inches. The website say 9.4 inches, but this is a 9-inch handguard. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty nice with this setup with once I get that device on there. Got the BCM QD mount right here. Now one thing I like about Sons of Liberty is Geisley as well. I believe Daniel Defense. They have their QD mounts they're installed inside of the handguard, whereas BCM, they opt to sell these swivels. I like the swivels, but I like that for, it's like an upgrade if I'm building a cheaper build. I would rather have the steel QD swivels, you know, inside the handguard, installed inside of there versus this. So it's kind of like I guess a way for them to make extra money by selling these, and a way to save money on their guns because they don't have to do that extra drilling. But that's one knock I would give BCM. It's something petty, you know. Now, the upper receiver is also BCM, and I had to install the forward assist and the dust cover. So this was a blim actually on their website, and it came with the forward assist and the dust cover, but it was not installed. So that's that right there. Now obviously what's next is me putting on my muzzle device. This one will be primarily suppressed. I also need to get my bolt carrier group and my charger handle. I am going to go with obviously BCM with both of those. So the funny story, I have a 10.5-inch ARP already, but it's a Diamondback. Nothing wrong with Diamondback for, you know, starter rifles, so to speak, or starter ARs. But I looked, and my Diamondback didn't have the non-rotational pins right here. So I mean, I haven't had any issues with it, but I'm like, let me get another barrel, a better barrel, and a rail so that I can, you know, upgrade that Diamondback. But I was already thinking about doing an 11.5-inch build. So I didn't think about an 11.5-inch. I wasn't set on it, let's just say that. So I bought a 10.5-inch barrel to put on that Diamondback. And I said, you know what? I was just gonna make an upper for it. I might as well just make a whole new 10.5-inch. It goes like that sometimes. But that's how I got onto another 10.5-inch. Ideally, I would have built an 11.5-inch. But I am gonna have a Law Fulton tactical brace on here, if I said that right. And you know, this will be in the backpack. I'm not sure on what lower I'm gonna get, like I said before, but it'll be up to par with the BCM. I doubt if it's BTM because I'd rather build it out, rather buy a stripped lower parts kit, put it all together. And it's hard to find stripped BCM lowers. They already come configured, and you know, I'd rather build it. So after this build, I do plan on building a 12.5-inch because I don't have a 12.5-inch. And I'm thinking Geisley. That probably won't be until next year sometime. I'm not really in a rush for it. I got plenty of ARs. But I am looking to do a 12.5-inch. So I'll have two 10.5-inch rifles or ARs, a 12.5-inch. I'll probably end up doing a 11.5-inch, but that's not really the plan right now. But let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this as I get more parts as they come in and I install them. I'll show y'all how it goes. I'll probably put a little bit of footage of what I did, but I really can't, you know, go in depth with I really can't show y'all how to build them on YouTube. I'll get flagged or whatever they do. So that's where we are. Now, if you do opt, I will say this, if you do opt to get a BCM upper or a BCM handrail or handguard. These are thermal fit, meaning you have to heat the receiver up with either some type of torch. A hair dryer is not the move, but I guess that'll work. I have a heat gun, so I use my heat gun to get this barrel into the receiver, because it's made slightly smaller so that they give it a really tight fit. And you see this is on there. It's snug, and with the non-rotational pins right here, I mean this thing ain't going anywhere. But yeah, shout out to BCM. Shout out to all my 57 subscribers. Tell a friend, like, share, comment, say your prayer, drink your water. Peace.